Hey, yeah, what's up? This is Disciple Marshall Occurrence Rain back up in this anti-Illuminati all day. Yeah, so, well, update, newsflash, breaking news, better say. I told you that eventually America will tick off everybody. You can go back and look at my videos. I've been trying to tell the Mexican community that they're up, batter up. They're up to bat next as far as taking a fastball from America. And I knew it was going to happen. Come to find out, Donald Trump wanted to send missiles and bomb Mexico. Now, just imagine if this went wrong. Just imagine if the controversy about this altogether from the Mexican government, who knows how this could have panned out. So one of his closest advisors or associates or whoever he was, counterparts, however you want to put it. He tells in a book, an tell all situation in the book about Donald Trump wanting to bomb Mexico to get the drug cartels. But who knows? Because he has a pretty decent hang up concerning Mexico and Mexicans, period. I mean, he says the Mexican government, which is outside the drug cartels, sends their worst people to America. So he's accused the Mexican government of sending their worst individuals, like as if they're trash, when they're coming on their own anyway. Without the assistance of the Mexican government, they're coming on their own. But he puts it like the Mexican government is like throwing them out there, throwing them out to here to America. So he already got that little hang up. Talk about he wanted to send missiles and to bomb Mexico. He was serious. Now imagine if that would have happened. Now let's talk about the idiotic part of it. Who have you seen in history? Or let's just keep it here. When have you seen in history where someone, let me just say this, who sends missiles to bomb drug dealers? So you know how you feel about the drug dealers here in America. I mean, come on, put two and two together. And who knows? He might have made you next. This guy wanted to bomb drug cartels in Mexico. He wanted to send missiles. Who knows what kind of missiles? I don't know, atomic, I don't know. You got different types of missiles, different type of warheads. But the bottom line is his heart was at a place where he wanted to send missiles to bomb Mexico. Now, one thing you need to learn and understand is Donald Trump is not losing momentum. His momentum is pretty strong. He just did another rally like a day and some change ago, or 2 days. He's not losing any strength. And the way this man thinks, if you get him back in office, man, it's over. It's over, man. It's over. I figure they already know what they're going to do when they get in there this next time. Come on. Think about it. They're already thinking about it and planning it. They're not going to go this next time. They already capitalized on the first time Donald Trump was in office. Because in my opinion, he countered all the progress, the racial progress of the Barack Obama administration. He countered all that progress. He came in, we all forgot, me included, the feel in the air of Obama being in office, even though Obama didn't really change anything per se, that because most people here in America thought that if he got in office, that something powerful was going to happen. There were no fireworks. There was no fireworks. I didn't vote for him just to be the first black, or the first president with of African descent. That's not why I voted for him. I voted thinking that he was going to get in there and change some things. And what I've learned just from him being in office is that you're on their agenda. You can't come in there. You can't be a president changing things. You're on their agenda. You got Democrats that's whispering in your ear. You got Republicans that's barking at you. And in my opinion, that's really the whole downfall of America. Unfortunately, Democrat versus Republican. That's the whole downfall. Because see, I'm gonna keep it 100 when I say this. It's better that we get one of the parties substantially in the White House so that they can build something. Because what happens is the Democrats get it, and then the Republicans get it. And what each one of them do is tear down each other's clubhouse. That's what they do. So the first thing they do, as soon as they get in there, I'm going to stop this that such and such did. I'm going to overturn this that such and such did. That's the first thing they do. I'm pretty sure they were tearing away at Obamacare. I'm pretty sure the Trump administration was tearing away at that, if not anything else. And that's what you got to understand, is as long as it's back and forth, the Republicans have it, then the Democrats have it, nothing is being built. It's better that either one of them get it and keep it. So at least, here's the punchline. If the Republicans get it, at least substantially, at least Democrats can come and critique what the Democrats are doing. They can say, we don't like this, we don't like that, and you can change this and change that, and you're building. You're working together and you're building. Vice versa. If the Democrats get it substantially, the Republicans can come with reasonable sound objections. And they can begin to build together. But if Democrats is here for 8 years, and then Republicans get back in there and tear down all the progress of 8 years, and then Democrats get back in and they tear down the progress the Republicans get in and they tear down the progress of what Obama did for the past 8 years, and then the Democrats get it again, and they tear down the progress that the Republicans just made through Donald Trump, and nothing is built. Nothing substantially is built. All that's happening is little progression, tearing down overall progression of administrations that had the White House last. That's all you got going on. That's all you got going on. But in my personal opinion, the Republicans are a little more dangerous than the Democrats. The Democrats, look, right now, look what's going on. Now, see, if the Republicans was in office with this Russian and Ukrainian war, it would have been a whole different situation. You know this. I know this. Same thing with Afghanistan. Pulling the troops out since 9/11. We had troops over there. Now they talking about something with lately, like in the past couple days, where the Taliban are now putting a new principle, if you will, on the women's dress code. So now women have to submit to all these demands of the Taliban. And guess who made that possible for the Taliban to get back on top? Yours truly, Sleepy Joe Biden. Hey, you lost me when you lost 20 years of progress over here in Afghanistan. When you pulled the troops out, we all know you killed servicemen, American military servicemen, and the Taliban is back on top of the Afghanistan government as a result of you pulling out the troops prematurely. You should have did it slowly and surely. You should have took some, pulled them out, and see how the Taliban responded, and see how other neighboring countries responded, or any kind of opposition to the progress. See how the opposition responded. You didn't do that. You just snatched them all out. And here's the punchline. I think you did it for political points, to just say, look at me. Now, I'm not saying you put people's life in jeopardy for that sole reason. But what I believe that it was considered that it looks good. It makes you look strong. I put it that way. It makes you look like a competent leader. I put it that way too. For you to make that move. Because I know he had advisors telling him the opposite. Don't take him out. This, that, and the third happened. And then when he took him out, when Joe Biden took him out, then he talking about we might have to, they talking about we can negotiate. He's going to negotiate with the Taliban. So Taliban goes from being an obvious, a group that we're obviously skeptical of, to him negotiating. Okay? What part did I miss? When we already realized these are terrorists. What part did I miss? And then, if that wasn't bad enough, he says we'll judge the Taliban by what they do. You already know what they do. Now, that was his exact soundbite words. Not to mention, oh yeah, 7 children were killed from drone attacks in that situation. 10 people in all. Mostly 7 being children. 7 children. So this whole situation in Afghanistan, pulling out the troops, some troops getting killed in the process, other innocent people getting killed all in the process of this premature transition, in the midst of that, and then the Taliban successfully gets back on top, and 7 children were killed, and now the Taliban is just back on top. Those are all points where um, Joe Biden has already failed, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. You know, you can't pull that cool wearing shades, you know, Obama era kind of feel. You can't pull that off anymore. It's not the Obama administration anymore. It's all in your hands. So you can't act like you're in the same cool, in the same you're under the same cool umbrella that Obama brought to the White House. You're not in that era no more, bro. You done had Trump in there, and you gotta work this. Yeah, and pulling those troops out, it didn't work it. It didn't work it. That was a disaster that your opponents are going to hold against you, which means Joe Biden won't get another term just from Afghanistan, unfortunately. So I say all that to say this. It looks like, as hard as people might not want to believe this, might get back in office. Donald Trump might be right back in office because, and here's the reason why. You don't have any hitting Democrats, heavyweights. You don't have anyone in league with Donald Trump. And you have to understand this. You can't just walk around downgrading your enemy when your enemy is a higher caliber. This isn't grade school. This isn't grade school. If you have an enemy that is high caliber, you talk about 9mm, and he's a 50 cal Desert Eagle, and you talking about nine. This person is equivalent of a 9mm. Then see, people like you in it for the whole fame of it all and the whole image of it all, the whole reputation of it all. Donald Trump, whether you like it or not, is high caliber with a following, which you don't have any Democrats that has a following. Who has a following that's a Democrat? Joe Biden, that's scratched. Obama can't get back in there. You dreaming if you think that's going to happen. And Hillary, that's refried beans. How many times you going to try to make her run up? Okay, you might try to pull Michelle Obama, but, we still don't know if America is ready for, especially with all this war on the horizon, a female president. And I'm not being feminist, sexist rather. It's just with these wars that's going on, now, unfortunately, the last thing in people's minds are somebody female running the country. It's just, I know it's a bad stereotype because some ladies may be able to run it great during war, but people are not looking at all the elements and the dynamics and satellites. You got COVID, we don't know what's going to go on with Russia and Ukraine. We don't know what they're going to do to us either. Those right there alone, those situations right there alone is enough that most people are not going to gamble with a female president. So that scratches off Hillary and Michelle Obama and any other female. So what all you got left? Anybody that's Democrat male that's promising? Any of them? It's not. I don't see anyone. And that smells like a disaster. And what it smells like is that Donald Trump is going to get it again. I mean, he's on it. He understands his position. He understands where he's at. He's rallying. He don't have to do that. He doesn't have to do it. The sad thing about most Americans, we always do stuff at the last minute. Everything. We do everything at the last minute. Okay? You need to be finding someone now, being that this man, Donald Trump, has a movement already. He has a movement already. Right? He has a movement already. That means you needed somebody yesterday that can top that. And that's the facts. You can sit here and gas each other all day and act like it's all good. But where's the Democrat that's going to be able to face that man? Joe Biden? I'm telling you, they're going to tear him apart, whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not. They're going to tear him apart based on Afghanistan. I don't have to spell it out. They're going to do it. And it's easy to see from any American's aspect that was the point where he failed. And here's the reason why. Because that was the response for 9/11. I could see if it was just going over there in the current affairs of Afghanistan. I could see that. And something happened, this, that, and the third. Anytime you create a war disaster, it's a sign of incompetence. I'm not trying to insult them, but I'm just saying. That's how people look at it. They don't look at you as strong, as competent, when you're losing the war or when there's a failure in a military operation. Now, I know it's easier said than done. I know all of that. But hey, this is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. Bottom line. Whether we can sit back and wonder how hard it is, or we don't know how hard it is still besides the point. The most important point is, hey, you signed up for it. And when you go mess up, not all that progress from the response of what happened for 9/11, it's no way his opponents and the military and most uniformed people are going to vote for him. Any men of honor and war and protecting the country, firemen even, they're not going to vote for him. I'm telling you that. So what's going to happen is the Democrats is going to have two candidates that they're split on. 2 to 3 candidates probably. And I'm not predicting. I'm not a person that predicts. Okay? It's an educated guess. It's an educated guess. And I feel that the Democrats are going to be split between 2 or 3 people. And come down to 2, it already tells you, and some people are just going to stick with whoever they voted with. Out of desperation, they may all choose one, but I don't know how that's going to go. I can't say. Some people might just stick to their guns and decide not to go with the one that won. And that person may fail to Donald Trump. Now, do we know if he's going to even make it to run because of all this stuff that's going on? That's another thing we don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is he got a full movement. I mean, he got a full movement. I don't care. Look, and they supported him unconditionally. No conditions. And that's dangerous too. That's dangerous. Somebody supports you, rain, sun, or shine. And no matter what you do, you can do no wrong in their sight. That's not good. That's not good. Because that means he can say and do anything, and he's still going to have that backing. And so you hope that he don't make it there. You hope that he gets locked up. But you got to be realistic. You know, they call themselves working on it or whatever they're doing. But in reality, they don't got him. And in reality, he has a full movement. That's what you need to understand. A movement. That means he has, let me put it like this. If it comes down to it, he has men that will do, women too, that will do radical things, even killing people probably. This is what you got to think about. Because them people are radical. You see how they were following, I don't know if it was Joe Biden, but it was somebody. They were following the bus, like that they were on the highway, like during the inauguration time. They were, these biker for Trumps or he got all kind of people for Trump, Latinos for Trump, which that should be going, that should have been going. You know, I don't know why that's standing. Nevertheless, you have different divisions. They done got crazy with this. Bikers for Trump, Latinos for Trump, and probably got cops for Trump. Probably, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure there's pretty much a lot of arrogant, borderline racist cops. Cocky that probably likes Donald Trump's style. Low key. Pretty sure. You know the type. Meanwhile, you still don't have a democratic movement. Meanwhile, there's no one promising. Are we looking forward to anybody? We're not, aren't we? So what that means? Donald Trump gonna get back. Joe Biden's gonna get back in office. His opponents ain't gonna allow it. Man, I'm telling you, they're gonna hammer on all that Afghanistan stuff. They probably will hammer on the handling of the Ukrainian war. They're gonna hammer on all this war stuff, which is not in their favor. It's not because I mean. You need the military and all them backing you. You need all that, right? And that's not probably going to happen because, like I said, they lost their response. They lost the progression of the response to 9/11. Oh, I wanted to note this. That's a significant war in this country. That's not just, like I said, going over there in the current situations with Afghanistan. This is the response for 9/11. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind. When Americans really realize this at the polls and they realize this, Joe Biden's done. So, although I have this sound advice, I'm showing you why your country is falling. I'm not your president. I'm not your leader. I'm not your king, prince, princess, queen, or anything else. I am a spiritual person that is used by the Lord to open the eyes of my surrounding environment. That's the best way to put it. I'm not trying to be your president. I'm not trying to be your king or any of that. Because the way that your community has badgered me and have been 100% wrong, you have some explaining to do. Lucy, you have some explaining to do. And unfortunately, I don't have the patience. I'll be honest with you. So what that means is I'm in spiritual war mode. Anybody can get it at any given time. And I'm gonna give it to you the right way. I got too many fish to fry to worry about a couple fish. Okay, so people starting problems in my life, I let that slide because I got too many fish to fry. I got too much to do to try to fight you one-on-one. Now, I'm talking overall, spiritually speaking. I don't have time to focus my energies on some knuckleheads or street punks. I don't have time for crazy psychosis, people that suffer from psychosis.